Hey, what up, everybody? It's y'all boy Looney, Mr. 24A himself. Hey, listen, man, I got my youngest son right here with me right now. Introduce yourself to everybody.
My name Donovan. I'm 15.
Donovan who?
Looney.
Looney, y'all here. So you say you what?
15.
Okay, so what school you go to?
North Central High School.
North Central High School. So what grade you in?
About to be an incoming sophomore.
Incoming sophomore. How was your freshman year?
It was good.
It was good. So what you do in school? You play any sports, anything like that?
Yeah, I wrestle, play football, and run track.
Oh, great. What's your favorite out the three?
Football.
Football. I heard you. I ain't gonna say I heard. I'm your daddy. I'm interviewing you, but I think you're a really good wrestler. Why that's not number one?
It's just not. I just don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy football.
But you're so good at it.
Yeah, but
You're Mr. Undefeated.
I just don't enjoy it.
Probably because it's not as popular. What you think? Because it's not on TV, like how we see football on TV every day, et cetera.
Yeah.
So, so track, football. You finna be a sophomore. So how you start thinking yet? You know, you got 3 years in high school left. How you been thinking about what you want to do after high school yet?
A little bit.
Just a little bit. What you consider a little bit?
Some things like college and other stuff.
So what? I know you live with your mother. You don't live with me. You here with me right now for the summer, so you don't get a lot of me. I feel like you're gonna get most of your teaching from who you live with, right? So what is your mother teaching you at home? Like what you should do, like at the school, what she's pushing you for?
Go to college and make good grades and yeah, just college. Really.
Being an engineer too, I know it's something like that she's been pushing too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. She got you going out with engineer classes and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So how anybody, mother or grandma, anybody in your surroundings, has anybody been teaching you about credit or financial literacy, anything like that in your life?
No.
Anybody ever mention credit to you?
No.
Like anybody ever tell you that you should go to school, get an education, and start your own business?
No.
Nobody's pushing it, right? So that's something that the reason why honestly I have you on this video right now, and this is going to be a time print, something that hopefully that you can look back on and learn from, and actually somebody else can actually learn from it. I understand that this is what's been passed down to me, your mother, et cetera. We all been taught to go to school or either go to the military or go to college or get a job. And probably the three options that you hear mostly every day, don't you? Nobody's say go to school, go to college, get an education, learn and work your own business, do they? I know we talked since you've been here and you said something about being in sports journalism, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good opportunity. And do you know that you can actually start your own business doing that? Did you ever think about that? So what you think that basically you have to go work for somebody else to do that?
Yeah, basically like a company.
A company. So you was like a Steven, what's his name? Steven.
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah. So you was trying to be like on that level, something like that. Well, you know, most of those guys they actually play sports. But you know, you living in a time now that you can be and you can do anything that you want because of the internet. You know, like back in the day when your daddy used to want to be a rapper, I had to try to find somebody studio. I had to go try to find somebody to record a video. Now, all these things that I used to wish I could do as a kid when I was your age, I can actually do on my phone, on my own. So you can really be anything that you want, and you can actually use the phone to do it. And you have AI to support you. So you don't have to go look for a company to be a sports journalism. You can go to college, you can go get their education, and you can go and learn. But then you can also take what you learn from them and you can start your own business. How you ever thought about that? Yeah, so that's something that I think that we should, that's something that I want to teach. Your daddy is a financial coach. Like you went out with me today and you heard one of my buddies, what did he say to you? Like he kept talking very highly of me. I think he was saying stuff to you. Yeah, so What was the stuff that he was saying to you?
That you great, star.
Yeah, so I'm basically impacting a lot of people in my community. So like guys like him, you know, he's a hood guy, but he looks up to me for what I do and what I bring back to the community. So I want to teach you, and I want to, and I'm hoping that whoever's watching that they can. This is a family gathering, so get your kids around, everybody come around, so we can actually learn, because we need to start teaching financial literacy and financial wealth, because what financial literacy does, it gives you power. Do you want to be, because everybody is different, do you want to be a person, honestly, how you feel right now? I know things can change later on in life, but do you want to be a person, you thinking when you grow up to be a man, do you want to be somebody that have to answer to other people? Or do you want to be somebody that you create your own path?
Create my own path.
So if you want to be a sports journalist, you know, you can actually go and you can start like on TikTok, you can start Instagram, and you can start interviewing people. And you can interview people from small. They don't have to be stars starting off. And it could be a building block. And it's all about building relationships. So a lot of things that you want to start off doing, you want to start off for free. Because basically what you want to do is you want to build relationships with people. It's not always about money. It's about relationships. Relationships, you invest in people. And when you invest in people, people invest in you. And that's how you get your money back. That's how you get your money. So you will know when you're going to start getting paid, because your phone will start ringing off the hook. Everybody going to want to be like, hey, I want you to interview me. I want you to talk about me. That's when you know to start charging. But the first thing is first. So since your dad is a financial coach, as soon as you turn 18 years old, you're going to have an 800 credit score. That's going to be off the bat, because I'm going to be able to put you on my credit cards as the authorized user. So you're going to have a head start. With that 800 credit score, it's not for you to mess up. It's for you to leverage it. So basically, you can have this 800 credit score. If you want to go get a vehicle, you start getting stuff in your name. You can actually go get a business in your name too. We can actually start working on you a business right now. If you start right now, you can start thinking about what name of a business that you want. I can actually go get you an LLC right now. We can put it in your name. So about time you get 18 years old, I can put you on my card as an authorized user. And so you're 15, you have a 3-year-old business, and you have an 800 credit score when you get 18. And what that does for you is, if you want to go and borrow money from the banks, say you're like, okay, I'm ready. I got 800 credit score. I got my business is 3 years old. You can go get $100,000 from the bank. That's something that a job is not going to give you up front. You know, as a job, you have to work a job a whole year to make $100,000. But as financial literacy, you can actually go and get a loan from the bank and get $100,000 in your bank account, and you can make that money work for you, and you can grow. So it's good to learn about money management. Now, I don't know if people talk to you and tell you like loans are bad. Have you heard that yet? I know you're still young.
Yeah.
You already heard that? People say like, don't get no loan, you gotta pay it back, right? So already in your mind, you're getting trained to, you have to go out here and make the money yourself. And you have to go and make money, and then when you make the money, you gotta go invest your own money, because you don't wanna get a loan, because that's bad. That's what you've probably been hearing and told, right? Well, that's actually wrong. You want to use what we call other people money. And using other people money, basically, so what happens is this. Are you good at math? I know you're good. I know you're an honor roll student, so you know math, right? So I can talk numbers to you, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's say this. Let's say if you go get $100,000 loan, like I said, start your own business, right? Yes, you got to pay that $100,000 back, right? But say with that $100,000 that you got to pay back, say your monthly payment, let's just say $1,000, just to keep numbers even. So if you got to pay $1,000 a month back off $100,000, but say you go open a business with that, right? And say that business, let's just say, is generating you $5,000 a month. So if you're generating $5,000 a month and you got to pay $1,000 back to your loan, and let's say pay another $1,000 to your employees, you got $3,000 left over every month. So you know what you just did? You just generated income for yourself off somebody else's money. So you taking their money, right? And say, bam, I got this $100,000 in my bank account. I know I got to pay $1,000 back a month. So every month that you pay them $1,000, but you making $5, and you paying them $1 back, and you paying your employees, now you got $3,000 to yourself. You know what you're doing? You're building income. You're building money off of somebody else's money. And now you're a boss. That's how you become a boss, because now you're employing people. So that $1,000, bam, I pay my loan back, bam, here go that money. But then bam, I'm gonna pay my employee, and then bam, I pocket $3,000. Now I'm in control. I'm the boss. I'm telling people, hey, boom, boom, boom. And then as you grow, now you might be making $10,000 a month. Now you ain't gotta pay $1,000, and then you pay your employees $4,000, and you pocketing $6,000. You see what I'm saying? So do that makes any type of sense to you? Mm-hmm. About basically, it's what that is called. It's called leveraging. It's called leveraging and using other people's money. So that's something that while you're in school, I want to talk to you about that right now, because I want you to get to the point that you start thinking about numbers. It's a number game. It's about, yes, I got 100. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather go to work, make $100,000 a year? After you make $100,000 a year, you're not gonna bring home $100,000 because you got to pay taxes, you got to pay this, you got to pay that, you got to pay bills, etc., etc. So let's just say, would you rather make $100,000 a year over a year period of time, or would you rather somebody just give you $100,000 tomorrow and see what you can do with it?
$1,000 tomorrow.
Yeah, that's the right answer, because basically, if somebody give you $100,000 tomorrow, you can flip it. You can make more money off of it. So that so say if somebody gave you $100,000, how much you think you're gonna try to make off of it?
100,000 plus.
Well, don't even think to double up, even though that's a good way of thinking. But just say like this: every $100,000 I give you, you profit $20,000, and then what you do is you repeat. So you go borrow $100,000 and you make $120,000. You pay $800 back and you pocket $20,000, and then you go repeat. Then you go get another $100,000, and then you make another $120,000. You put another $20,000 in your pocket, and you pay $800 back, $100,000 back. Guess what? You just made $40,000 in your pocket, in your bank account. People that work at 9 to 5 can't do that. They can never do that. Your daddy got work 9 to 5s. I didn't work construction. I didn't make $50 an hour. I didn't make good money, and I could never pocket that much money like that. That's why it's more important for me to teach you financial literacy and to teach you to like start thinking about numbers and start thinking about loans and business loans, so you can make money, you can leverage. That's what it's called. So if you go get 100,000, you're not even trying to double up on the first rip. Your thing is a profit. Even if you only made 110, that's plus. If you can get $100,000 and you can make 110 and you pay them their money back, and then you put $10,000 in your pocket, and then you keep repeating, and then as your business grow, you get another $100,000, and then you make 20, and then you make 30, and now you got all this money in your pocket, and you're not even using your money. And you know what the best part about that is? Say for instance, like, this is the best thing that I like about using other people's money. Let's just say if you borrowed $100,000, right, and you invested and it didn't work, you just filed bankruptcy. And guess what? Your money that you just made off of him, just say you made $60,000, $80,000, it's still your money. They can't take it because you separating it. Because the money that you're borrowing is in your business name. It's not in Donovan's name. But the money you put in your bank is in Donovan's name, so you keep your money. So that's the best thing about leveraging. You can ask me questions too if you get lost, because I really want you to try to pick up. I know it's going to be a lot. I know you're going to better pick up. But I just want to give you a thought process that it's other ways to think in this world. A lot of stuff that we're not taught. I wasn't taught at home. I know you just said you weren't taught at home. Your daddy been only doing this for like 2 years now. And I don't know if you've been watching your daddy like that, but I don't know if you noticed like, or have you noticed, I asked you a question, like how my life have improved over the last 2 years versus how it was. Have you noticed that? Yeah, and that's because I'm owning my own business now. You know, I never had a Tesla, Audi. I just showed you my other house that I got downtown. I never had all that. I always had some money, but I never, had all these things that I have now. And that's because now I'm leveraging. So this is what I do, right? So you see me with the Audi and the Tesla, right? So I'm leveraging those. You see they here 1 minute, they gone the next. That's because I rent them out. So now I don't have a car note. It's all about cutting your overhead. That's what financial literacy is. It's about cutting your overhead. So I went and got a loan, got the cars, I rent them out, they make me money. That's like when you see the car, that's my money. And then I get to drive them for free. Like, you can drive any car you want for free. Like, any car in your dream. Like, what kind of car you like? Dream car.
I don't even know yet.
But wouldn't it be nice to drive it for free? So if you can just go to the bank, because you got a good credit score, and you go get any car you want, and then you rent it out, and you drive it when you want to drive it. If you want to drive, you can block it off. And you just rent it out, and it's just free. Cars are the worst investment anyway. You don't want to invest in no car loans, all that. It's one of the worst investments. So I love the way that I can leverage these cars. But they're not a good investment, but the way that I'm doing it, it's a perfect investment because I'm not paying for them. I let the streets pay for them for me. And people be like, well, what if somebody mess them up? It's a business. It's okay. Things can happen. It's a business. So you have to keep money to the side to invest back into your business. Luckily, I haven't had nothing like that happen, but if it does, it's okay because it's a business. Anything you want to ask me about it?
No.
You just listening and you're learning. Yeah, so, yeah, I think, I know you're a smart kid. You always been a smart kid. I'm proud of you. I just want you to know, like, it's okay if you choose to go to college. It's okay. It's okay if you choose to go to the military. It's okay for you if you want to just go get a job. But I also want you to know it's okay if you want to be your own boss. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't be that, because you can. And if you ever have any questions in any direction, you got your daddy. I've been doing it. Your daddy right now is finna have his own franchise. I'm actually looking for a warehouse to buy. That's like big business. I'm finna buy a warehouse, and I just gave somebody $50,000 to join their company for a franchise. It's I'm gonna run off of them and make money off of them. That this your daddy, once this franchise get to go, I'm gonna gross my first $1 million off this franchise. So don't let people tell you that you can't be an entrepreneur. You can be anything that you want, as long as you got good credit and you know that you got to take risks. And the risk is basically go get something in your LLC, go get a loan, take that money. See, now I'm gonna teach you about debt. You got good debt and you got bad debt. I do want to teach you that because debt can be bad. Now, what bad debt is? Do you know what you think? You know what bad debt is? What's bad debt? What you think?
Hard to pay back.
No. So what bad debt is stuff that don't make you money. So bad debt is going on vacations, spending going get a credit card and using it for vacations, or get a credit card and using it for clothes, stuff like that, stuff that doesn't accumulate you money or don't give you money. That's bad debt. So if you take credit cards, because when you're 18, they're gonna be asking you about sending you credit cards. Most people in the black community, we mess up our credit at 18 because we go take those credit cards, we go shop, and we spend it up and we don't pay it back. That's bad debt. That's the debt that people try to stay away from. That's what people are scared about. But the good debt is what your daddy talking about, what people don't talk about. So you got bad debt, you got good debt. The good debt basically is taking that money, using that money, and making that money make you. That's good debt. So now when you talk to people, and when people try to tell you something, and you be like, hey, I want to be my own boss, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be this, I want to be that. And they was like, well, I'm gonna you say I want to go get me a business loan, get me a loan to start my own business. When people say, oh, that's a bad idea, you're gonna be in debt. You don't say, no, that's good debt. That's not bad debt. Bad debt, being in debt, is going back clothes, stuff that don't appreciate, going on vacations and just wasting the money. I'm gonna take this money and I'm gonna invest it, and this money gonna make me money. And that's good debt. That's being a boss. It's nothing more than like waking up every day and you being in control of you. Money and financial literacy is power. If you want to be a man with power, if you want to grow up, you want to be a man of power, you have to learn financial literacy. You have to get in tune with that. You are being a man of power by being an entrepreneur. You can never be a man of power than somebody else. Have you ever heard of Bill Gates?
Yeah.
Do you know what type of degree Bill Gates got? Because he don't have one. But he's one of the richest persons in the world. He don't have a degree. That's because degrees and education don't make money. People make money. Having a vision, believing in what you want to believe in, your vision is what makes you money. Don't let nobody else wish their visions on you. You might have a vision to be a sports journalist and you go tell somebody, and then they'll tell you, oh man, you wasting your time. And then it discourages you. And you can't let that happen. Your vision is for you. I might not even understand your vision. Your mother might not understand your vision. You have to believe in your vision. Nobody else can believe in it for you. God gave you that. Everybody has a purpose. Visions and dreamers in the Bible. Education is not. I'm not saying education is not important, but education without execution is a waste of time. If you got the education but you ain't doing nothing with it and you don't have no vision behind it, you're not gonna get nowhere in life. Most people that get somewhere in life, they have visions. They visionaries. They action. They put action towards it. And a lot of stuff you'll see it too in the world. It's just that's just the way it is. So don't let nobody discourage you. Not me, not your mother, not your brothers, not your friends. What you want to do, what's for you is for you. And you have to believe in that. You have to start becoming what we call a visionary. It's a real life. It's called the laws of attraction. What you believe and what you speak into the world is what you really gonna be. Whatever you want, you have to speak it. And once you speak it, you gotta own it. And once you own it, you have to execute it. That's the secrets of life. Every rich person gonna tell you the same thing. Every rich person says the same thing. It's no other secret. The secret is to dream it, want it, visualize it, execute it. Education is good, but the execution of if you're not gonna execute what you learn, then it's a waste of time. So being a visionary is the most important thing you can ever do in life. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. If you can decide to say, hey, I don't want to go to college, or I don't want to do this ain't for me, I want to start my own business, do it. But if you say, hey, I want to go to school, I want to learn, like Damon Dash, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, they all went to college. They all businessmen now. They went to school for business. They learned business and they went and opened their own businesses up. That's what a lot of people do. A lot of these rich people that's rich, it depends what you want to be though. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you can't be a worker. You got to do what you love. Whatever you love, what your passion is, whatever you want. Because going to work every day, it's okay. That's what you want to be. All I'm just trying to give you game on is that's not your only option. I don't want you to think that military work is your only options. Being a businessman is an option too. And that's the option that we need to start putting in our Black community. And that's the option that I want to give you. That's an option too. You can be a boss. You can run your own business. You can have people working for you. Because a lot of people claim to be a boss, but they only about themselves. Being a boss is adding value to somebody else's life. Like I'm talking to you, adding value to you. Like how we out in the streets and guys come to you and telling you, you know, what type of good, you know, man your daddy is. That means I added value to their lives. That means I'm a boss. You can't, just because you got money don't make you a boss. You can have money and be selfish. But having money and spread that money, that's what God wants you to do. So as long as you have that in your heart, if you say that I want to grow up, I want to make money, I want to give back to my community, as long as you saying that, or you say I want to help people, God gonna bless you to bless others. So just keep that in your front, keep that in your mind that, hey, I want to give back, I want to help. So once you do that, you can be anything that you want. So even when you go back and you talk to your mom, you tell your mom, I talked to my daddy, he told me I can be a businessman too. He told me I can go get good credit. We can put an LLC in my name, and I can go to school, get education, and I can run my own business. I don't want to work for. I don't have to be an engineer. I can be the boss. I can be the CEO of the engineer. So we have to start thinking higher. We got to start thinking like we have to be a field nigga and work and work and work and work. That's an option. You go to school, that's an option. But being your own boss is the best option, I think, personally, that anybody can make as a man. It's one thing about a man that a lot of people are scared of, and it's being a leader. They killed that in us. Everybody said they want to be a man just because they was born a male. Just because you was born with a dick don't make you a man. Going out here and being a leader is what makes you a man. When you grow up and you have a woman and you say that, hey, I'm a man, I'm a leader, she can't lead nothing. You can't lead nothing that if you don't have a vision, what you lead, you just can't lead because you're a man. You're a leader because you have a vision. You have a plan. You have a plot. And she has to fit into that plan. And if she don't fit into that plan, then she's just not for you. But that's what being a leader is about. It's not just being a leader in your household. It's about being a leader in your community. It's about being a leader when you have a son. It's about being a leader every time you walk out the house. You have to get your 5 core values in front of your mind. Instead of having your 5 best rappers in front of your mind, or having your 5 best lyricists in your mind, or your 5 best athletes in your mind, you gotta have your 5 best core values in the front of your mind. Or at least some type of core values. Could be your core values, which is what you stand for. And like, so for example, like my core values is respect. You have to respect me. Well, I don't want to hang around you. I don't be around nobody that don't respect me. Loyalty. I'm loyal to the people that I love. I'm loyal to the people that surround me. I have discipline. I wake up on my own every day. I put in the work. They're my core values. That's what made me who I am. Because I have respect. I demand respect, but I give it too. You can't ask for respect and that's it. You got to give it. I give respect. And it doesn't matter how much money somebody has. Money don't make, okay, I got to respect this person because he got money. That's not, you respect everybody. You respect a bum on the street because you can learn a lot from a dummy. People say that in like a term, and that's the truth because you can learn off their mistakes. That's how you can learn off a dummy. So just because they bum is so broke don't mean you can't get advice from them, because you can. You can get advice from anybody. Only people that you don't respect is the people that don't respect you. But respect, if that's your core value, you're going to give it. You're going to give respect to everybody because that's what you demand. And if you giving it, you better damn sure you better get it, or they can get it and they can get the fuck out of your life, no matter who they are. That's a core value, and you have to stand on that. Integrity. Integrity is one of mine too. That means anything that I say I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna do what's right. I'm gonna do what's right even when you're not looking. That's integrity. Standing for something. And when you have integrity, people will trust you, especially if you want to be a businessman. You got to come with integrity, and you have to make people respect you. You have to give respect. Them 2 good ingredients to being a good businessman. People love people that's humble, respectful, and has integrity. Everything else, you gotta have discipline, and you have to be diligent. That's what I'm made of. You got to figure out what you made of, and you got to stand on it. If you say that, hey, respect my first, you got to stand on it, but you got to give it. You can't be double-sided. You can't say I want respect, but you don't give nobody respect. It don't work that way. The way the world works is what you put into the world, you get out. So if you want respect, you got to give respect. And like I said, it don't matter what money. Like, even though when I'm walking around, like we just walked around, like I walk around, got my jewelry on. People look at me, they respect me because they think I got money. But that's where the world is programmed. They're like, oh, look at this dude. You know, like he got money. I know when I put my jewelry, I get a certain level of respect. Off top, they be like, who is he? Just off top, they give me respect because that's the way the world is programmed. You have a lot of people following followers. Have you ever heard the game Follow the Leader? Mm. Yeah, we took that shit too serious. Because now you got followers following followers. You got people following followers and just following people that they don't even know who the fuck they follow because they follow social media. So you got followers following followers. Nobody wants to be a leader. So it got to be a point that you got to be, just because people only respect people with money don't mean that you have to. I can go to the ghetto and I can go to the streets and I feel safe because I respect them. And so they respect me. When I come in, one thing I have learned, even as a kid, you don't want to be feared, you want to be respected. It's a difference. You have to learn that. Because if you fear, when people are scared of you, especially white people want to get rid of you, they don't want to be around you. And if people fear you, they'll kill you. But people respect you, they'll protect you. So just like the guy that you seen, he was like your daddy. That dude was a killer. He was a real-known killer. He always tell me, you do your financial shit. You need anything, you call me. That's respect. But I'm not looking for soldiers. I'm looking for generals. But they put themselves, we the same age, but he made himself a soldier. He's a follower. He's not a leader. I'm a leader. But I see that in him and I still try to build him up. I don't look down on him, but I recognize it. But I still respect him, even knowing that. But that's the reason why they protect me. Now, if you come try to scare everybody, you run anybody into a corner. You run a cat into a corner. They don't claw themselves out. So you don't want to try to scare nobody. You want people to respect you. So as you grow as a young man into a man, your core value, if you want to be a leader, you want to be a boss, you want to be somebody, you want people to respect you. They don't have to like you. They don't have to love you, but as long as they respect you. But if you won't respect, you have to give that out to the world, and it's going to come back to you. Anybody that disrespects you, you don't want to even be involved with them. You don't want to even be around them. Respect has to be one of your core values in life, and to get you a long way. All that rah-rah, like just look like your friends. You getting older to the point that I know you seeing people die, people fighting, a whole lot of stuff going on. I saw a lot of corrupt when I was your age. So this is the age you're gonna start seeing a lot of this stuff. It's gonna be people that you're gonna see that's gonna start dying off, going to jail, et cetera, because they out here trying to be feared. They out here trying to make a name for themselves. They want to be feared. They want people to scare them, and they gonna end up popped off dead, or they gonna kill somebody because they trying to prove a point. That's a follower. That's not a real man. Being a real man is just standing up for what you believe in, but you respect everybody around you, and they give you respect. And I learned that growing up. I learned when I was doing all this rah-rah talking, your daddy always was in fights, in jail, and bullshit. But once I stopped talking, I started being quiet, and I started respecting people. People start respecting me. But people respect money though. It's just the way it is. Money is power. That's why you want to be an entrepreneur, or you want to just make money, no matter how you choose to make it. But that's where you get your power. Money, power, respect. That's the way of life. That's the way to be the best leader. So a lot of people gonna try to tear that down. They're gonna say, oh, all you care about is money. Oh, you a narcissist when you start making money. But no, you just say, no, I believe in myself. That's a positive affirmation. I am a man, I'm a leader. God put me on this world to live in abundance. He didn't put me in this world to suffer. Everybody gonna tell you what the devil thinks, what the devil want, or what the devil don't want. Nobody talk about what God wants. Like what God just don't care about us. God wants us to have money. God wants us to be leaders. God wants us to help other people. I always feel like I'm blessed because I take care of my kids. I give y'all what I can. I give y'all what y'all need. I always look out. So if I'm doing that for y'all, I feel like God gonna keep giving me stuff. That's just the way the world works. I help people out. People help me out. I don't want nobody in my life that's not giving to me, that's not pouring into me, like I'm gonna pour into them. So that's how you start off learning about basic respect. So you got to have those core values, whatever those, that's just your daddies. So I speak on that a lot, but that's how your daddy is. But people respect me. I go back to Gary, Indiana right now. I go back to Indianapolis right now, and I got mad respect. I've been in Vegas for years, for some couple of years now. I go to certain clubs, I get respect. And I don't go acting hard. I don't go trying to talk stuff. And it's not about knowing a lot of people, it's about who you know. I go talk to other bosses. I don't care about the unpopular. I don't care about all these other people. I go to where the boss is at. I want to go shake hands with the boss. Where the owner at? That's the level, that's the respect that I want. That's the respect I deserve. Because that's how I carry myself. And then so it pours down. So you just want to be around those type of people. You don't want to be around people that's trying to prove a point. Because you don't want your life taken from you. You don't want to be in jail, or you don't want to end up dead. That's trying to make people fear you. So just as a young black man, as you finna go through your sophomore year, your junior year, your senior year, there's just some things that you just gotta just think about. What's my 5 core values? What's the number 1 core value I'm gonna stand on? And I'm gonna stand on that. If it's loyalty, if it's integrity, if it's respect, if you just say I'm gonna be a discipline, but whatever it is, make that your value, core value, and say this is what Donovan stands for. This is who I am. And people don't have to respect it. And once you start speaking it, and then speak about what you want. It's the power in writing stuff down. You got to start writing what you want down and speaking and say it's yours and believe it. Don't nobody else gonna have to believe it. Don't come to me to ask me to believe it. Don't come to your mama, don't come to your brothers. Whatever you write down and say you wanna be, you have to believe it. And I swear it will come true. Everything that your daddy ever wanted to do, I wrote it down. I said I want to do it, and I did it. And I made it happen. And then I didn't pass so much stuff, but I'm setting new goals. I don't live for needs no more. I'm living for wants now. Because they say the American dream is just getting a house and a car and income. I did that in my 30s. I've been did the American dream. The American dream is easy. Owning your own house, owning the car, and going to work and getting a pension, the 401k, that shit easy. I'm not living for needs, I'm living for wants. I want AP watches. I want to be on vacation every day. My biggest goal next year, and I had put it on the internet and I put it into the world, I'm gonna gross my first $1 million next year. I'm grossing my first $1 million. Once I start my franchise, I get my business going, I'm grossing my first $1 million next year. I'm putting that to the world. I believe that. I really believe it. And I'm gonna achieve it because I believe it. There's nothing in this world. The thing is, you got to think about what you want. Once you figure out what you want, you gotta, after you say, okay, I want to be a sports journalism, right? You write that down. We call that your end goal. Then you gotta write down steps. What steps do I need to take to get to there? You write those steps down right before that. You start crossing them off as you go. You just do it. Just say it's like 5 steps before you get to your goal. You write them down in order. Because the hardest thing is figuring out what you want. Once you figure out what you want to do, your next job is to figure out how to get there. Once you figure out how to get there, you figure out the steps. You write those steps down. Don't try to do everything at one time, overnight. I want to be this and it's going to happen. No, you got to find out the steps. You do a step, by step, by step, by step, and then you get there. And you'll look up like, dang, I done made it. That's the secret of anything that you want. I've always said I want to be a millionaire, but I never knew the steps how to get there. I finally figured out the steps. Now I'm finna get there. It's all about knowing the steps of where you want to get. That's the key to anything that you want in life. What steps do it need for me to take to get there? So, like I said, I don't care what you end up being. I'm gonna support you no matter what. I don't know, that recording probably stopped, but I don't care because I'm still teaching you. So this is bigger than the recording. I just want you to know that there's more options than what you've been taught at home. I just want you to go back home and suggest to know that being an entrepreneur is an option too. And your dad is an entrepreneur, and I've been a successful entrepreneur for the last 2 years. So if you ever need or you have any questions, you can come ask me. You already don't have a good credit score. As soon as you're 18, I'm putting you on my credit card. You don't have an 800 credit score. So you can start thinking about what you want to do with your good credit score now, how you don't want to abuse it, how you want to be able to, like I put your brother credit card. He went and got a car, wrecked it. Then he went to co-sign for his boy a car, and he wrecked it. Now his credit bad. I took him off my shit because he abused it. He didn't do right by it. You don't go co-sign for your friends. I told him if your friend won't, they can come see me and they can pay me. You my son, I do it for free, but him, he gotta pay. Instead, he wanted to co-sign for him because he had good credit. You don't do that. Don't take somebody when people is given something, they don't respect it. They have to earn it. So you get good credit, you gonna have your friends probably doing the same thing. You never know. Hey Don, can you co-sign for me a car too? Nah, but you can go talk to my daddy, and he can help you out and get you in the right direction. He can look out for you. He can coach you up. Like that's the way you're gonna have to be. You have to protect your energy. You gotta protect yourself. Because a lot of people, they'll try to break you down. I did that for your brother. That's what he did. I did it for Deja. She did good at it. She's in Mexico. Deja has been good. She's more disciplined. She saves some money. She just got to figure out what she want to do in life. That's her issue. Sometimes it takes us a while. So don't be so pressured about you only got to 18, 19, 20 to figure out what you want to do. It took me all the way to 40 years old to find my path. To me, my job is to try to cut that in half for you. I do want you to get yours early because you have me to coach. I didn't have nobody to coach me. You know, my daddy died. I was only 14. So I was younger than you, and my daddy was already dead. So a black man, we have a low life expectancy. You actually blessed to have your daddy and your grandfather. My other two kids, they never met their grandfather. They was already dead. So Looney and Deja never met their granddaddy. On neither side of the family. They never met their mama granddaddy, like from their mama's side or my side of the family. They didn't have no granddaddy. So you got at least one on your mama's side. You never got to meet your other granddaddy because he was already dead when I was 14. A lot of us black men, we don't live that long. We don't take care of ourselves. We don't live that long, so that's a whole nother subject, but talk about later on in the future, but I'm too young to really focus on that right now. But so like right now, I just want you to focus, like, don't be under so much pressure of knowing what you want to do. It's good that you at least have an idea. That's perfect. That you know what you want to do. A lot of us don't. It might change in the next 5 10. I just want to let you know it's okay. It's okay if you go to work and you decide to be an entrepreneur. It's okay if you be an entrepreneur and you say, man, this is just too much. I want to go to work. Whatever you decide is okay. It's your life. You have to live it. The only thing is I'm here for is just to coach you and teach you. So if you need the advice, you have it. You know, your mama, she works, she's been a nurse for years. So she know how it is to work and be a nurse and stuff like that. So you can go to her for that. But, you know, it's just good to just know. I just want you to personally know that military, college is not your only two options. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be a boss, don't let nobody tell you that that's the wrong move to make. Because it depends on what you want. Some people don't care to be a millionaire rich. But if you want to be that man, and you want to be rich, you can't be rich working for somebody else. It just would never happen. You can just make it and be okay. You can make money to pay your bills, but that'll be it. You can never be rich working for somebody else. If you want to be rich, you have to be an entrepreneur. A lot of people are scared of it, and I ain't gonna lie to you, your daddy was scared of it too. Because the thing is, when you work a job, you go to work, and if you work 8 hours and they paying you $20 an hour, you gotta get a paycheck. When you're an entrepreneur, you might make $1,000 this week, and you might make no dollars next week. That's what a lot of people fear, and I fear that too. But then I started thinking like, man, wait a minute, after 2 years you've been doing this, it's some weeks I might make $5,000. The next week I might make $3,000. 2 weeks later, I might not make no money. It's just the way it is. But I'm okay with it because a job, I can be working a job for a whole year and they can fire me. I can wake up one day and not have no job and I go look for another one. At least as an entrepreneur, I know that I can control my own destiny. So when I ain't making no money, you know what I'm doing? I'm going to try to figure out, I might need to do a sale. I might need to do more marketing. I might need to go and make content. I'm going to figure out what the heck I need to do to go make that money. And then I'm going to teach you how to get